So I forgot to hit go live on YouTube, which is really, really disappointed. Really stupid. I had it all set up. I even came back and updated the score, as you can see right there. And yeah. So now I'm here. Hi. I can't believe I didn't hit go live. Oh boy, stupid. But it was live on Facebook, so that's always good. All right, well here we are. I made sure I hit go live on Facebook. Dumb. So hi, can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Are we good? We're good. That felt as long as a college game halftime. Yeah, that felt like a long time. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But we are here. And what is going on? You guys can see me, right? And hear me and everything? Or did I? We are actually live? Hi, Soldier. What's up? So here goes the Seahawks doing their version of a tush push. The Seahawks scored on the opening kickoff. Yes. That was pretty crazy. Okay, Samuel Miller says, I see and hear you. Excellent. All right. Okay, yeah, now we're all right. Now everything's good. Okay, here we go. I actually, Bo Nix has become a knight. We're gonna get that image up for you guys. Man, I had it all set up. I just forgot to hit go live. I'm so dumb. Anyway, first and 10. That's what I get for trying to rush through things. But again, it was live on Facebook. So, Jesus. The important thing is we're here now. So, 7:37 left in the first. Lucas with a penalty. If that game hadn't gone to overtime, we never would have had this crazy situation that we had. Where is Bo Nix? Okay. And Loco comes in with a tenner. King Loco so far says, I believe he will be sitting at the top of the throne. The throne is no longer open, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Loco. He says, I believe. Yeah. Getting the Bonix knighthood image ready to reveal. And Niners, man, wow. I hear Tom Brady's voice in my head. Gonna get Loco's name up on screen in one moment as he sits atop the throne. All right. The reason I didn't bring my food in here is because I don't want to like chew in your ears. That drives me. And you guys don't need to see me like chewing and wolfing food down. Charbonnet gets stopped in the backfield. This defense is coming alive. Thank you very much, Loco. Tell the people about the text I sent. Wait, hold on a second. Just a thought. Allen has beaten Lamar Jackson, T-Law, Bo Nix as a rookie, Tua, Mason Rudolph. That one? Lost to Deshaun Burrow and Mahomes. Is that the text you're talking about? Blame it on Josh Allen. So let's say this. All right. 10-zip. Oh my God, they're playing Clo Dancer by Mother Love Bone. Oh, because it's Seattle. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Clo Dancer is a good song. If you have never heard it, you should check it out. I think I was singing that song on stream one day. This is my kind of love. That's a great song. That's a great song. Man, whoever chose that song to take us out to commercial should be rewarded heavily. All right, Loco, let's see. I've got your up to 171, 75 is what Loco is up to. Couldn't beat year 2 Bo. Well, we are going to get Sir Bo of Nick's image up on screen. I've got it created. Okay. Bear with me as I prepare to reveal Sir Bo of Nick's. For the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the newest knight of the pro football demon realm. The NFL Kingdom's Sir Bo of Nick's, ladies and gentlemen. Promoted from Squirehood. There he is. He looks regal. Nice hair. They have hairspray back in medieval times, by the way. That looks really nice. Looks really nice. Carrie Bolden says, Bo did not earn knighthood. The defense won that game. Well, I left it in the hands of the council, who is the chat, with a vote, and they voted that he should be Sir Bo of Nick's. So if you were there, you could have maybe prevented this, but you know, that's why it's important to be a part of the stream, every stream, because sometimes decisions are made and your voice should be heard. Yeah, congratulations to Loco. Well done. Congratulations to the great Mike Causey. Almost like PFD had it ready. He anticipated this. No. I did not have it ready, I assure you. But I am very quick at getting these things made sometimes. Sir Bo of Nick's, there he is. Welcome to knighthood. There is the kickoff. Where is Baal? Did you guys see the? I even had the prediction up that Seahawks went in 31-21. And Baal needs to get on screen. It is going to be. Is it San Francisco football or there's some pushing and shoving? Okay, we have a new king on the throne, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Causey, the great Mike Causey, your number 4 contender. He's the number 4 contender, has taken the throne. Cesare was busy calling a bunch of friends and family after the game, and you had to switch streams before I could post. Go Broncos. Yeah, I'm sorry. The stream should have started before I got back from eating. Man, that was... sorry about that, guys. But thank you for hanging out and waiting for me. That was really nice of you. Really nice of all of you. You guys are awesome. Promise I will get all my garbage together at some point, and there will be no mistakes made. That's a lofty promise. Every now and then we have a new king that's at the top of the throne for the stream, and right now my liege is Mike Causey. Welcome to Kinghood. Is that what we call it? Kinghood? Mike Causey, thank you so much, my friend. My lord. And the ball is loose and Seattle picks it up. Oh, boy. San Francisco is just falling apart. This game looks like it's too big for them. Congratulations to Mike Causey. Congratulations to Loco. Man, who do you guys want to face in the AFC Championship game, by the way? Let me know. J.K. Dobbins is going to be back next week. Mike Causey's up to 442 as your number 4 contender. Thank you very much. We got bagpipes playing us out right now. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. The great Mike Causey. Really appreciate it, my friend. 5701. Okay, hold on. All right. As long as Chicago loses tomorrow, I can be happy. I'm doing my best. I promise. I swear I'm doing my best. Rick says, I cannot believe this is not going 9 years away. Oh, man. Oh, this is going not going to Niners way? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Will we get to see the great Mac Jones tonight? Perhaps. Perhaps. Stanky's in here screaming. He's a Seahawks fan, by the way. He's a little maniacal, too, so just be careful. If Drake beats the Texans tomorrow, will he get knighthood consideration, or does he have to vanquish the newest knight next week? Well, I will leave that up to the council, I suppose. We'll see during that game. We will be here. And if I deem it should come up for a vote, then we shall put it up to a vote, and then we will see at that point. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject. All right, here we go. Nashawn Bolden says, I can't believe Allen chokes again. Do you think this is his last chance? No, I think Josh Allen will be in the he's going to be in the playoffs. He's always going to have opportunities. Will he win a Super Bowl? I mean, you get him a sick weapon. It's a possibility. I am not a big fan of the coaching. I don't think Sean McDermott's a bad coach, but I mean, I would prefer Josh Allen with an offensive head coach if I was a Buffalo fan. I think that's where you would get the most out of him. Like, you know, if I were Buffalo, I would seriously consider hiring Brian Daboll as my head coach and pairing him with Josh Allen and just being like, let's see what this does. Because how many chances are you going to give Sean McDermott? And I know it's kind of like I was defending John Harbaugh, I was defending Mike Tomlin, and I guess you could say this is a similar situation, but not with Tomlin, because Tomlin didn't have a quarterback. But, well, we had Roethlisberger for a while, but still won a Super Bowl with Roethlisberger. And Harbaugh won a Super Bowl. Darnold goes down, and Harbaugh won a Super Bowl too. So do I think McDermott will be fired? I don't know if he'll be fired. He could be, though. I wouldn't be shocked. We'll see. How many chances did they give Marv Levy? Yeah, Levy had, well, they were in Super Bowls, though. You know what I mean? So that's a bit of a different story. You get the 4 consecutive Super Bowls. That's a little different than not getting to the Super Bowl. You know? Big sack. Darnold back to pass. Darnold's got a little Blue Santa energy in him too, by the way. But I guess this to Cooper Kupp, and that is a first down. Big boy throw there by Sam Darnold. Mike Causey with a fiver comes in and says, everyone, anytime PFD says, every now and then the chat needs to respond with, I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around. Do I say every now and then? A lot? I say that a lot? My liege is up to $25 on the stream. Thank you very much, Mike Causey. I do repeat myself a lot, if that is the... Sam Darnold gets rid of this football. It goes nowhere. He got pressured. And Mike Causey continues his reign on the top 5 contenders list and his reign of dominance as your lord of the stream. All right. Let's get Mike Causey's name updated right there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, my lord. Sam Darnold throws downfield, and that's a lot of flags there. Guys got tackled before the ball even got there. And Cage comes in with a Niner, says, let's go, with a 999er and says, let's go Niners, as he is serving cocktails to everybody hanging out in the media room right now. Thank you very much, and Cage. Really appreciate you, my dude. Niners are falling apart. Niners are falling apart. This is crazy. Former Niner, by the way, Sam Darnold, might not even have to do much today with the way this is going. First and goal from about the 8. Darnold gives the ball to Kenneth Walker. Kenny 3 Sticks, he's a big, fast man, and he gets this down to the 4. Ashley comes in with a 999. It's his first quarter. Let the great Mac Jones take over the Niners offense. Sit the bland Brock Purdy. Yeah. I concur. I concur. Thank you very much. Dude's here. What's going on, dude? I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm just trying to update something here really quick. Okay. Sam Darnold under center, 157 left on the clock. Back to pass, rolls out to his left, eyes to the end zone, gets rid of the ball, and that's caught at the back of the end zone. And that's a touchdown, and Seattle adds to their lead. And guess who? It's Jackson Smith-Njigba, the man who should be a New York Jet right now. Both these men should be New York Jets right now. Oh, my life is just what it is, isn't it? Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord. Oh, boy. That was a hell of a throw by Darnold. Hell of a throw by Darnold. Ashley's up to 1767 even with that donation. Thank you so much, Ashley. Gonna get that updated. The kick is coming. And there's your contenders list, ladies and gentlemen. Ashley's name sits atop as the kick goes through, and the Seattle Seahawks take a 17-zip lead. Somebody in my chat. Oh, hold on. Mike Causey's name is covering half the demon face. That can't happen. My lord. I'm going to have to change that. Please do not. I can't do it. I mean, disrespect, my lord. Okay, hold on. I've got to get that. Hold on. Because, I don't have my excrement together. There we go. Okay. All righty. What did dude say? Let's see. Dude comes in and says, down with that peasant lord chair, lord desk forever. Also, sea chickens are going to win by 2. Sadly. Somebody tell dude, by the way, that Lord Desk attacked PFA on stream before when he wasn't here. Does he know that? Do you still support Lord Desk? Even though Lord Desk blatantly attacked PFA in front of everybody to see. So let's see, dude. Let's see if you're in Lord. I told you not to trust Lord Desk, but you didn't listen, and now look what you've unleashed. Thank you for that $5. Dude. Samuel Miller says, my slight OCD dictates that I donate $3. Thank you, Samuel Miller. Let me get that updated. Hold on. Samuel Miller is at 600. There we go. He's got to the $600 mark. Thank you very much, Samuel Miller. As your number 3 contender, I appreciate it, my friend. All right. Hold on. We got Eagles commercials. I mean, they're not even here. That's not cool. There's Samuel Miller at the $600 mark. So you can say it right there. No more OCD. I appreciate you, my friend. All right. Excuse me. My throat. Stupid Shinji says, hey, you. What's going on? Stupid Shinji. Who's your favorite team, by the way? Thank you for the tour. By the way, who's your favorite team? I need to make note of that on the stream, please. Let me know when you get a moment. I gotta push this in my ear. There we go. Sam Darnold to JSN. Crazy, crazy. Stanky comes in with a $5 and says, Sam Darnold can't play in big games, my ASS. Job's not feeling it finished, but it's feeling good. Hawks fan since Steve Largent. That's a long time. Very nice. Another Seahawks fan. You're welcome for Jackson Smith and Jigba and Sam Darnold, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Stanky. Sir Bo of Knicks, yes. And do we see Sir Drake of May tomorrow? I do not know. I do not know. We'll find out. We will find out. Thank you very much, Stanky. I will say Sea Chickens have the best looking uniforms. I do like their uniforms. I really do. And I know a lot of people don't care for the alternates too, like the green and whatnot, but I really like them. And I like the throwbacks. Going back to Jim Zorn. Yeah, wow. How is PFA feeling after the overtime pain? She's okay. She doesn't really care. She just likes their she just likes the logo on the helmet. She is not emotionally invested. Not emotionally invested at all. Cam Sam's here. Patriots fan says, yes, what's going on? Oh, Josh Allen should be demoted. I don't know that we can do that, Matt West. I don't know that we should do that. I don't know that we can do that. That seems a little extreme. And that's coming from me. But I'm with you. Niners are dumb. All they should do is give the ball to CMC. Yeah, I think that. I think that too. I think that too. Just keep giving him the ball. That's it. Can you convince Mike McDaniel to take the Philadelphia job over Detroit? That would help. I don't know that I can convince Mike McDaniel to do anything. Honestly, I wish I could because he seems like a lot of fun to be around. I have a whole fantasy league crying. Most of it is Bills fans. It's the good local. He's a menace right now. CMC gets about a gain of 6, and we are closing out the first quarter. 17 zip, man. Oh, yeah, so I had a Niners fan in my NFL High video where our Mr. Demonverse picked the Seahawks to win this game. He went on this little tangent about, oh, just because the Seahawks, well, I hate when people think just because they won the last game, that means they're going to win the next game. Nobody knows that. And he went on this whole thing. And I was like, Seahawks are a good team. Niners are banged up. I mean, you know, it could be a close game, but the Seahawks have won. The Seahawks have made mistakes in the season. You know, the Rams game where Sam Darnold, what did he throw 3 interceptions in that game? They still almost won that game. They were still in position to win that game. Seahawks are, they're not pushovers. Niners are banged up. Like last week I gave, look, Nick Sirianni was outcoached by Kyle Shanahan. Ridiculously outcoached by Kyle Shanahan. You know, they're dealing with Mike McDonald right now. A little bit of a different story. You know what I mean? Second quarter's coming up. Second quarter. So it's crazy because I thought I started the stream and I came in here after Seattle scored that touchdown and I sat here and adjusted the score and was talking for a little bit and then walked away. And I wasn't even streaming. He's now in wrong prediction, or did he pick Denver? No, the only game so far Mr. Demonverse has gotten wrong was the Jags game. Everything else, he picked Denver, picked Seattle. Tomorrow, he's got Patriots and Bears. So, once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do. Let's see. This game has all the makings of a blowout, says SG. Yes. How come you're allowed to say it and I'm not allowed to say it? I mean, come on. Rules for thee and not for me. That's crazy. How about that vaunted Salah defense? Yes. Yes. Everybody talking about it. Oh my God, Colin Cowherd is driving me crazy. He is driving me insane because when the Jets hired Robert Saleh, he's like, Robert Saleh as a head coach? And oh my God. He's like going off and off. Going off on him, going off on the Jets. But then when they fired him, he's like, he said it the other day. The Jets fired Robert Saleh because he was talking about Robert Saleh being up for coaching jobs, head coaching jobs. Jets fired Robert Saleh, and they have been a tire fire ever since. What? What? No, they were a tire fire with him. They got rid of him, and the tire fire continued. Pay attention. Mike Causey, my liege, is singing Total Eclipse of the Heart right at the top of the throne, down on the many that look up with him with adoring eyes. How bad is PFD who's wishing JSN was a Jet right now? I said it twice already. Stanky. The second, every time I see him, I say it. Brock Purdy throws across his body. Somehow that's a completion. Brock Purdy, crazy play. I wouldn't mind Sam Darnold and Brock Purdy, to be honest. But right now, I mean, like, thank you. I'm not going to go over the whole thing again. I don't want to bore the people that were here. But I laid out in the last stream exactly what's going to happen with the Jets going forward. And it's good. It's good, trust me. But JSN is a beast, man. I wanted on draft night. I was live on TikTok. I was dying for them to take him. I was so happy. When Green Bay did not pick him, I was like, oh my God, JSN is right there. And then they're like, Will McDonald. And I was like, what? And then I tried to convince myself Will McDonald was going to be like John Abraham. I was coping hard. I was like, all right, well, maybe they see something that I don't see. I don't know. Loco comes in with a fiver, says, Denver had more picks today than the Nets had all season. The Nets? You're talking about the the Brooklyn Nets? Yeah, well, picks, you mean like basketball picks? Because picks are a thing in basketball, so I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about. Hey, by the way, if you send in a super and you misspell something, I can go exactly with what you put on screen and I don't have to correct it. That's the rule. So, proofread, people. Proofread. Thank you, Tops. I appreciate it, man. Coming in and trying to take shots at the Brooklyn Nets is uncalled for. That's uncalled for. I don't care about the Brooklyn Nets. I call them the Brooklyn Nets all the time, just like Bret Hart calls Bill Goldberg all the time. Oh, Bret Hart is a awesome man. AVEMT with a tour says, excuse me, oh my God. Did I just burp into the microphone? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Navy EMT says, when do I send the Jets a thank you card? One Jets Drive. I don't know what the zip code is. Send it there. See what they do with it. Thank you, Navy EMT. Yeah, you should send them a thank you card. Mostly for JSN. Sam Darnold, you can send the thank you card to San Francisco because that's why you got him. Oh, no, Minnesota. Sorry, Minnesota. I would send that to Minnesota, but JSN, yeah, you send that directly to the Jets. Actually, send it to Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas. Send 2 thank you cards. Those morons. I don't know how you look at a receiver like JSN and say, you know what, we could really use a receiver, but let's pass him up. And draft a guy. They had Brian Thomas. He did exactly what they wanted Will McDonald to do, and I would argue better than Will McDonald's ever done it. And they traded him for a guy that didn't even play for us and sat Will McDonald that entire season. That was such a smart move. If I ever meet Joe Douglas, I'm going to be like, hey, you're a douche. There is a pass to the end zone, incomplete. I will say that to him, too. No, I won't. All right. I feel bad. And I'll just be like, whatever. But Loco, you don't know the rules, though. If you're going to say these things, remember I said it's got to be a $5 donation or more. So I'll say then the Jets in reference to I don't know what. But the other thing I don't have to say because we set that rule and the chat knows. So, I mean, somebody's not paying attention to the laws of the Demonverse at all. This is very disappointing. But thank you for the tour. His desperation to try to mock the Jets is costing him dollars. It's costing him lots of money right now. Salah gives all shaved guys a bad name, not me. I brush my teeth way better than that guy. Detention for local. Back to pass is Brock Purdy. Throws over the middle, and that is caught by CMC. And he gets hammered. They've dug themselves into a 17-point hole. Who is Phantom Zone bartender again? That is Soldier. Soldier's the Phantom Zone bartender. And in cage, there's the media room bartender. I don't know, media room. Let me see. Media room. There's a field goal attempt coming up. Kick is up. And it's good. Okay. So let's update the score. San Francisco finally got on the board. Let's get the skull off there. I don't know if I should call it the media room or the physical media room. Either way, you get it. Sam could have been coached with the legendary Charles London, who never played the position and still holds rushing records for Duke. Let's make that guy quarterbacks coach. Yes. Yeah. Who's a decent DC for Green Bay if they can't get Flores? No, I'm not doing Eberflus. I don't think they're getting Flores as DC. Flores isn't going to go from Minnesota DC to Green Bay DC. I don't know, honestly. Raheem Morris, maybe? Raheem Morris might be a good... He's going to be a hell of a DC wherever he goes, but Raheem Morris might be an interesting one. And then, of course, you got the great Wink Martindale out there waiting in the wings, but I believe the Jets are going to try to bring him in. But we're also interviewing guys who've never been DC before. We'll probably end up with one of them. I don't know. I don't even care, honestly. No, Salah's not going to leave. Like, he'll take head coaching interviews, but he's not going to leave San Francisco to be a DC somewhere else. If they're going to hire him as head coach, then he'll leave San Francisco. That's the same thing with Flores. If Flores isn't going to get hired, there's no reason for him to leave Minnesota. Oh, look at Matt West. Ordering a drink from soldiers. Please send the football demon a blue Hawaii on me and tell him thanks for Blue Santa. Excellent. But yeah, Raheem Morris might be... Raheem Morris is going to make some noise wherever he goes. So I could see Green Bay going that route. I could see him wanting to go to Green Bay. I remember Richard Sherman talking smack about Michael Crabtree. That was crazy. All right, here we go. Let's move Ball, because Ball had most of last game off, by the way. Raheed Shaheed takes us to about the 37-yard line. 11:52. So we got 2 more days of football coming up. We got tomorrow. Games start at what, 3:30 tomorrow? Crazy. 2 games tomorrow, game Monday night, and championship weekend is upon us. And that's probably my favorite weekend, football weekend of the year. To see who goes to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's fun. The championship weekend is like crazy. And that is about a gain of 2. SG says, Blue Santa. Wait a minute. He's putting this on X a little. Oh, yeah. Man, Josh Allen was. He was Blue Santa to the extreme. Kyle Shanahan is not happy. Not happy. Darnold gets the ball off to Kenneth Walker. He gets a few yards. Going to have 3rd and about 2 coming up. Third and 2, Darnold. Back to pass. Throws downfield. And that is incomplete. Tried to hit Shaheed on the deep route. Could not get it down. Oh my God. Seems like Tom Brady's throwing a little shade at Sam Darnold. Saying throw to the open guys. I don't know why my chat over here is not working. I gotta restart that. And San Francisco's going to take over at about the 4-yard line. All right. Let me get that up. Hold on one second. All right. Ashley comes in with a tenner. It's the second quarter. What am I going to do with my time during the offseason? Can anyone recommend a good long book series? I can recommend a good long book, but I don't know if you like horror. King Sorrow is really good by Joe Hill. I really love that. Harry Potter, Twilight, Game of Thrones. I've read Harry Potter and Twilight. Never read Game of Thrones. But thank you, Ashley. Let's get you updated here. But King Sorrow is a really good book, and that was long. Nosferatu is another good book that was long. That's Joe Hill as well. But again, it's a horror, so I don't know if you're down with that. Although King Sorrow's not, I mean, it's not scary, you know. Nosferatu was I could see how people would be a little scared of that. But King Sorrow's not really scary. But maybe, you know, just not to me. Ashley is up to 1777.99 as your number 1 contender. Thank you so much. But I read all the Twilight books. I like the Twilight books. I don't. If you like good writing, though, like writing that really sings, you might not like Twilight. But the story is good. The story is really good. Kind of don't like the way it fell off at one point. But yeah, I'm sure you probably read Twilight, though. No, the games tomorrow are at 3 and 6:30, if I remember. The Dune series, says Soldier. Yeah, I have it right here. I haven't cracked it open yet, but it's gonna happen at some point. But I haven't had a chance to read much lately. I've been reading King Sorrow. I'm about halfway through it. I've been reading it since around Halloween. And I just, at night, like, I haven't been able to. I've been working, been doing content, and then just, like, crashing. Salah's defense. God, I'm so sick of hearing Salah's name. All right. Second and 3, Purdy under center. Gives the ball to McCaffrey. He gets a first down. Not according to Google. Well, Google is absolutely incorrect. I mean, you could put the TV on at 1 o'clock tomorrow if you want. You're not going to find football anywhere unless it's a replay or something. Game starts at 3 o'clock. Yeah. No, the games tomorrow are at 3 and 6, I promise you. My cousin doesn't know enough to trust me yet, right? Like, could somebody help me out here? You think I don't know when the games are? You're going to listen to Google and not me? Is Google Pro Football Demon? No, I am. So, yeah. Adam Schefter reported Bo is hurt. What? He broke a bone in his ankle? What? Wait a minute. Bo is done for the season? Oh, my God. This is New England Patriots black magic, ladies and gentlemen. This is New England Patriots black magic. We know what's going to happen in that Patriots game tomorrow now. They're tipping their hand. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. That is terrible. Oh, my God. Wow. Thank you, Encaged. Just let my cousin put television on at 1 o'clock. We'll see. I'll check it. I'll text her and be like, "Hey, how's the game?" At 1:30, I'll be like, "Oh, awesome game, right?" Bo beat the Bills with a broken ankle. That's crazy. Yeah. Sprain. Yes, sprain. Oh, that son of a. Literally broke a bone. Unbelievable, man. That's terrible. I can't believe it. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Look at him. What a maniac. As Father Dismas calls him, summons him, he shows up. McCaffrey surges forward for the first down. Get off my screen, Sprain, you maniac. What's going on, Kyle? Good to see you, man. All right. Sprain, you effing Muppet, says SG. Oh, just because he called him out again, there he is. He's smiling at you, SG. with his Morning Star. Bastard. Pobo. Man, that sucks, though. Seriously. That's terrible. Can't do it. Kyle, by the way, congratulations to you, but condolences about Bo Nix, man. That's terrible. Took the Morning Star to the ankle. I'm sorry. I gotta blow my nose. I'll be back in 2 seconds. And that is atrocious. That is absolutely atrocious that Bo Nix hurt himself. Mike Causey with a tenor says, pouring one out for Sir Bo of Nix, whose season was confirmed to be over with a broken ankle. Yeah. He achieves knighthood and goes out a true warrior. Loco says, time to finish a bottle of whiskey. Oh, that's terrible, man. That's terrible. Mike Causey is the king of the stream right now. My lord, I appreciate it and so sorry. But the very brave and bold knight, Lord Bo of Nix. Sir Bo of Nix, I apologize. Sir Bo of Nix has fallen for the season. Awful. Awful. But you know what they say? When a knight's ankle breaks, he's going to come back stronger the next season. They always say that. That's horrible, though. I'm telling you, this is New England black magic at play. You might not believe me, but I feel it is. Mike Causey's up to 457. Thank you so much, Mike Causey. The Lord of the Stream, ladies and gentlemen. Can Kyle Shanahan come back? That is the question. Oh, man. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Bo finally silences the doubters, especially Nick Wright. From First Things First, then this happens. Kyle, did you see, by the way, we did promote him. He was promoted to Sir Bo of Nix, and there he is. Let's give him a hand, folks. Sir Bo of Nix achieved knighthood and fell in battle. Tragic. Tragic. But he shall go into the next season as a knight, as a full-fledged knight. Yeah, oh, now you believe me. Oh, okay, the game's tomorrow, start at 3. Now, you had to do research, right? You don't just trust me? I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I know when football games are on TV. I schedule streams to coincide with them. Another sacrifice to the Red Queen's enemies. Enemies beware. Madison, that is cruel. Well earned, says Kyle. Yes. Bo is out, says KM. Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. 4:55 left. Can't believe that, honestly. Why would we trust the demon? Well, that's a fair question. I really don't have a legitimate answer to that. Purdy throws over the middle. Other than I have never steered you wrong. Ricky Pearsall. Wow, my throat is cracking. What a catch by Ricky Pearsall. As a Patriots fan, I'm disappointed that Knicks will not be playing next week because we like to beat teams at their best. Yeah, that's what I say too. I never want to beat a team because they are lacking their stars, especially the quarterback. It just doesn't feel right. So well done, Big Wink. Well done. Don't worry, PFD. I'm holding on to the rope. Oh, they're saying that's an incomplete pass now. Oh, yeah. Oh, was that incomplete? Oh, yeah, it hit the ground. That's definitely incomplete. Is Denver going to win now? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. He's a baller, you know? Defense is going to have to play double time. But the question, I mean, you have to ask this question, too. Do you even want to see somebody just added Jarrett Stidham in a Dynasty League. These people are savages. I mean, come on. Pinheiro puts this through. Question you have to ask yourself now is just as a football fan, do you want to see a Purdy-less Denver in the Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't. Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham is the backup. I still can't believe my cousin didn't believe me that the games were on at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I am beside myself right now. But that actually happened. It's crazy. This is what I have to deal with my entire life. What? The injury happened on the kneel right before the winning field goal? Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God. What the hell? I'm telling you, that's Patriots black magic. That's frustrating. Jesus Christ. I'll let you know if I forgive you. I got to think about this because I don't know. Yeah, Bo Nix is out, says Sam. Yeah, we've been talking about that. Crazy. And it happened on the kneel down, apparently, is what SG is reporting. Terrible. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Kneeling while being knighted. Yes. Imagine he injured his leg kneeling while being knighted. So this is my fault again. Oh, God. You say it all comes back to me. Where does it lead you? Back to me. Somehow this is the Patriots' fault and Denver will never forgive them. That's what I say, Kyle. I think this is totally New England. They're sitting around the pentagram right now chanting with a bunch of candles and black cloaks. That's crazy, though. If it really happened on the kneel down, yeah, I want to see that kneel down. Is that on X? I'm assuming it should be right at the top of the feed. Packers and Matt LaFleur have agreed on a multi-year contract extension. You're welcome, Emily. I got Rex Ryan beating the Chargers in 2009 in the AFC Divisional Playoffs. That's on my screen right now. Tony Romo is not in danger of losing his job. I don't see any Bo Nix stuff. Don't see any Bo Nix stuff. Oh, man, Josh Allen is crying. Oh, my God. Why does he have to do this and then make me feel bad for him? Oh, I can't watch Josh Allen cry. Oh, boy, that hurts. He was like bawling. Man. See, I'm not evil. I don't want him to feel pain. I just want him to lose games. Is that so bad? Sam Darnold at the 20. Man. I don't feel bad for Blue Santa. I don't want him to cry. That hurt my heart seeing him in tears. I just, ugh. It was the quarterback power run, not the kneel. Oh, okay. All right. Man, that's terrible. Jared Stidham. They get home field advantage, yeah. He has not been crying when he's been whipping our tail. Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, F him, Matt West. You know what? I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Screw that guy. Cry more. Big baby. All right. Kenny Three Sticks gets a gain of about 9. 3:37 left. Local saying cry, Josh, cry. Yeah, I can't believe Aaron Glenn did this to Bo Nix. This guy, I mean, he's got to be stopped. He's got to be stopped. Yeah, Thomas, we've just been talking about that. Bo Nix out for the season, broke his ankle after the win. Tragic. Tragic. Terrible, man. Hate it. All they're doing is talking about Salah's a great culture driver now. He's a great culture driver now. When he was the head coach of the Jets, all they talked about was they don't have any culture. Now he's a great culture driver. Tom Brady. Good God. I want to see you cry. I appreciate it, man. That's why I need you here, man. Just to snap me out of this sometimes, because I let my human side show sometimes, and I probably shouldn't. Rowdy is here. I'm prepared to laugh maniacally out of my window when this game finishes. I'm surrounded by Niner fans in my neighborhood. Oh, boy. Rowdy, we got to get your belt up on screen, and it's going to take the champion's place of honor right now, since you're the only champion currently on screen. So there you go. Navy MT with a tour says, bring on New England. Redemption will be ours. Well, remember one thing. New England is the place where Sam Darnold saw ghosts. That's the team. It wasn't the place, it was the team. So, I'm telling you, Belichick is going to be on the phone with Vrabel, and he's going to be like, just do this, this, and this, and he's going to collapse. That's what you have to be scared of, Navy EMT. But I'm with you. Hey, man, I will be a Seattle Seahawks fan that game if that happens. So, embrace the demon side. I should. Soldier says he was a crybaby. You guys are heartless in the chat. You're like, yeah, cry, you son of a... The salary rewrite is fierce. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, yeah, it's like you're reading a comic and you're just suddenly like, wait a minute, I don't remember this character being this powerful. Why did they do this? This is wrong. Rowdy comes in with a Rowdy bomb and says, let's make it a nice round number. Thank you so much, Rowdy. Look at that. Appreciate you, man. We are going to do that right now. Lickety split, as they say. I got you on here. There you are. Okay. Thank you very much, Rowdy. We're going to make that a round number quickly. I just got some things to update before I do that, just so I don't forget to update them here, because that's a possibility. 19 hundo. And he has a Demonverse shirt that he rocks. The guy is awesome. I really appreciate the support, Rowdy. You are the man. There we go. And Ashley has a Demonverse hoodie. You guys are incredible. You guys are incredible. Rowdy up to 1900. We're going to make that correction on screen as we speak. Television, where you at? There we go. I'll make sure I don't mess anything up. Beautiful. There we go. Thank you very much, Rowdy. All right. Rocking it right now. Yes. Appreciate it, man. Not like Josh threw the game away with multiple picks trying to play hero ball again. That's why he was mad. That's why he was crying. Well, sad, I should say. He's saying he let his teammates down. I mean, you know. I like to point out Broncos won. You should shave your beard now. I never agreed to that, and I picked the Broncos to win, Kyle. Okay? So, not shaving. You don't want to see me without a beard. I mean, I could show you pictures, but the beard suits me. Trust me. You wouldn't even recognize me without a beard. PFA met me without a beard, and I had hair. Can you imagine that? Denver's kryptonite to players that claim they are Superman. Rashid Shaheed, man. Wow. Was there a better pickup at the trade deadline than Rashid Shaheed to Seattle? Wow. Wow. I'm not sure what international shipping would be. I don't know, Soldier. But, I mean, they'll probably show it to you like a quote. I don't think they're going to just make you pay for it and be like, oh, that's what shipping was. Enjoy, you know. All right, SG just put in the chat where Nix's injury happened. Let's take a look at that. Okay, he was out of the shotgun. Oh, he ran to his left. Oh, man, he just got grabbed by a defender. And I mean, he's walking it off like, oh, man. It's like he got grabbed by the ankle by a defender, and he planted it and got right up. And you see him looking down at it as he's walking, but I mean, that's a tough SOB, man. Jesus. I'm in a great mood because of the win. The beard may stay, says Sir Bo of Nix. Bo Nix doesn't tell me, he doesn't dictate whether I shave or not, and neither do you, Kyle, okay? So let's just stop with this narrative right now. I am never shaving. So I don't care what Bo Nix says. I love you, Kyle, but I don't care what you say. I am never shaving. That is never going to happen. So let's just put that to bed right now. Just like, you know, the Buffalo Bills season. That narrative can lay right next to crying Josh Allen. All right. Say I'm back, Matt West. It was 5 minutes before the game. Before the end of the game. Yeah. 5 minutes before the end of the game. Yeah, I mean, you can't even really tell by the way he reacted. Sir Bo has been nixed for the rest of the season, man. That was terrible. That was terrible, man. Stupid sprain. Actually, I didn't shave my head today. Not yet. I usually shave it every day, but today it's a little longer than usual. So I feel like a hippie right now. KJ Wright, defensive quality control for the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, but this Robert Saleh rewrite is, it's like fan fiction. It's like bad fan fiction, actually. Darnold gets the ball off. All right. All right. Darnold over the middle. That is incomplete. Overthrows the receiver. Led Shaheed on that. All right. Basically Trevor Lawrence. I feel like Trevor Lawrence. Upgrading your internet was the best thing ever. Yeah, it definitely does help, Loco. Over the middle. What a catch by Cooper Kupp. What a pass by Sam Darnold. Oh, sorry, Jake Bobo. That wasn't Cooper Kupp. With the loss of Knicks, Denver fans can finally now feel the Jets' pain. Well, I would say no, because you guys are still in the playoffs. Ashley comes in with a tenner and says, can the Broncos trade for the great Mac Jones? Just spitballing here. They should be able to. They should let that happen. If your quarterback goes down, they should let you trade for somebody who's not playing. I would love that. That would make things so interesting. Thank you very much, Ashley. .48 seconds left. Before we get to half face. And 36 seconds left. Mike McDonald's going to call a timeout with 34 seconds left. Hi. And there are your top 5 contenders. Ashley leads the list. Wait a minute. I feel like it's... I have to center this a little better because that looks a little crazy. Let me do that right now. Hold on. I'm going to center that. Zach Charbonnet is injured now? Oh, God. I got to tell you. This is... There we go. We centered it a little more. Okay, cool. We are good. So Charbonnet is injured. We're going to see what happened there. Thank you very much, Ashley. Falcons hire Kevin Stefanski as head coach. That's perfect. I love that. Samuel Miller says PFA. Yeah.
So Frankie was telling me all these upgrades that he's doing to the rented house.
Kenneth Walker just scored a touchdown. That's okay. Wait a minute. Kenneth Walker scored a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. So the Seahawks are rolling right now. But I was in the wrong spot. He flipped, right? He did like
no, he took the little guy. He went like this.
Oh, he threw him in the air?
No, he like a baby. You know when he he did that.
PFA says he threw the guy like a baby.
Guy,
the little guy. Who's the little guy?
Watch. See if maybe they'll play it again. It was
Let's
like a little smaller guy.
Was he wearing a uniform?
Yeah, I think he was wearing the blue. I saw him lift him like
it was
a baby.
Probably a lineman that did that. Probably just picked him up. He threw the little guy. The little guy is like 5'10" to 25 probably. Did you guys see that?
He lifted him in the air.
He lifted... PFA's telling me that somebody lifted a little guy in the air. Was Kenneth Walker lifted in the air? Kenneth Walker is not a little guy. But the guy who was big, yeah.
It was funny.
Your play-by-play is the best.
Because they said he lifted the little guy in the air.
Yeah. So what?
Oh, so Frankie's like doing all these upgrades, and I go, "What kind of upgrades are you doing?" He said he's turning his Oh look, hold on.
Oh, that might have been the guy. Yeah, you see how much bigger they are?
Oh my God! Yeah, I think that's him. Is that the guy that was running to the end?
Yeah, the guy was running to the end.
They lifted him from under his armpits like this. Yeah.
Good job, buddy. All right. All right, they're not going to show it, so. But what?
Oh, so he said he's making he's turning his garage into a man cave.
Oh, is he?
But I was like, isn't your whole house a
I
man
mean,
cave?
true, yeah, it was my.
he goes like, oh, that's true.
That is true, yes. If Lord Desk attacked PFA, then off with his head. All hail Lord Microphone. Well, wait a minute, dude. Now you have no allegiance. But yeah, off with Lord Desk's head for doing that to PFA. But Lord Microphone, he does not have an evil bone in his body. I did not hit send. Sorry. Thank you, dude. Dude comes in. So let me get dude's donations updated. Down with Lord Desk. So you, Lord Desk, have been called out by the chat. Serves you right for attacking PFA. She is off limits. So, dude is your number 5 contender. That's going to be updated on screen. You're going to see that change in a moment. Bam! There we go. And Brock Purdy gets a first down. Nick Foles is the backup king. Super Dave says, I'm really enjoying this first half. I bet you are. Wanted to stay for the stream, but was 30 seconds behind. I didn't like the spoilers. No, I totally get that. I totally get that. Well, this makes my Eagles look bad. They were just outcoached, man. Kyle outcoached the hell out of Sirianni. Like, badly. 13 seconds left. CMC's dealing with a little tightness in his shoulder right now on the sideline. Brian Robinson Jr. is in the game. And there is a whistle. SG's got another link here on Discord. What the hell is that? Who am I talking to there? I forgot. I don't even know what I was saying there. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Bo Nix broke his ankle and is done for the season. Terrible. Terrible. Maybe McDermott will get fired. I think he could. I think he could. $12 seconds left. That was intercepted, but it was out of bounds. Out of bounds. Joe Birch comes in and says, Niners are going to win. As a Lions fan, I've seen this script before. I was talking to PFA. That's why I did that. I don't know, Joe Birch. That's lofty. That's lofty. Purdy back to pass. Nobody coming after him. He just launches it downfield into the end zone. And that is broken up. We are going to half face. Here we go. Here we go to half face. You have to catch the ball when it hits you in the hands. Yes. Yes. I don't know that this Niners team is built to come back like this. I mean, I wouldn't count on it, but you never know. You never know. I think this game is going to be a belt to booty game. Did we call for the belt yet, Matt West? Are we calling for the belt yet? Or are we waiting? If the Jets were losing 24-6, you would be calling for the belt immediately. You would have called for the belt in quarter one. So I just want some consistency throughout here. That's all I'm asking for. I am going to see what adjustments the Niners make at half. You know who the Niners defensive coordinator is, right? Did we ever make adjustments at halftime? I don't remember. I don't remember what halftime adjustments are. Ordering rum for next week's Hawks game, says Navy EMT. Navy EMT's apparently called for the belt. He's placing orders for next week's party. Come on, Purdy, shake it off, says Encaged. Encaged wants the Seahawks, I'm assuming. Well, it is the Jets versus playoff teams. Oh, look at this. Even SG is saying I will not object. Wow. No, but if Matt doesn't want to call for the belt, I don't want him to feel pressured. Just like I did not want Darren Muji to feel pressured to draft, that kid that decided to go on ESPN. What the hell was his name? I forgot his name. Dante Moore. Okay. It's that little game that you play, where you connect things. Dante Moore. That kind of turned me off too. The whole ESPN thing. You're not LeBron. We don't need the announcement that you're not coming out. Like no one's sitting there on the edge of their seat just waiting. Like, yeah, we all wanted to know. We were curious, but people weren't stopping their lives waiting for your decision. I did not like that. I was like, that seems a little immature to me. So yeah, good. Go back to school. Stay in school. Bothered me. He is staying in college, yeah. But he made the announcement on ESPN. It's like, here comes the announcement. Oh, Dante Moore. It's like you could have just tweeted it. You didn't have to. You went till the last minute doing this whole ESPN thing. Like who are after what happened in the college football playoff game? After that outing, you're coming out acting like this. I mean, it drove me crazy. Half face, can we just let the poor Niners go home? It feels mean to let the Seahawks keep doing this to them. The only answer is bring Mac Jones out onto the field. That's what I say. If you bring Mac Jones out onto the field, you have a fighting shot. If you don't, well, then just they lay where they lay, as they said in Tombstone, right? Or is that the right movie? Do I have the quote right? Ashley is up to 1797 as your number one contender. Let me get that on screen. Thank you so much. Ashley, I'm taking my talents to Eugene. Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. Who even are you? 1797. And by the way, I believe, let me just double check to make sure I'm right. We have a change in lordship, as we'll call it. Your Highness, the number one contender, is now sitting at the top of the throne and has dethroned Mike Causey. So your liege is now Ashley for the stream's high offering. Thank you so much, Ashley. The queen of the stream. And Moore's going back for his senior year. Yeah. And he came on ESPN and announced it like it was a holiday. Like we're all sitting around watching TV and everybody just took the day off work to find out what he's going to do. I mean, come on. Stefanski's going to be Atlanta's next head coach. Yep. It's crazy. Bo Nix broke his ankle and Josh Allen's the one crying, right? I would love for the Niners to win. Sadly, I don't think it will come to pass. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. Especially not with bland Brock Purdy there. Maybe if you threw some spices on him, that'd be a little different. But Brock Purdy by himself is as bland as they come. Now, Mac Jones. That is the answer. Get Mac Jones out there and he will change the trajectory of this game, but I fear that will not happen. All hail Queen Ashley. Yes, my voice is already going. My voice is already going. Have we checked on Perna? Yeah, has anybody checked on Perna? You got to check on him and make sure he's doing all right. Let me see. Let's see on X right now. Let's see if he says anything on X. That was a great hire by Atlanta. I like that hire. Let me see. I'm sure he's getting a lot of... Sure he is getting a... Oh, here we go. What the hell? When the hell did this happen? How can this be happening? Says Perna 32 minutes ago. So he retweeted the Bo Nix out for the season, and he just said, when the hell is this when the hell did this happen? How can this be happening? And that was it. It was the last we've heard from Perna. So he might not be in a good place right now. Tried asking Tom to check on him. Grassi, did he see your comment? Oh, look in the cage. All hail, my lady Ashley. Yes. You guys are awesome. Mac Jones isn't the answer when the 49ers defense can't stop the Seahawks offense. Mac Jones is always the answer. That's what I say to that. Let's see. They're showing the play right now. Oh, man, that was terrible. Oh, he knew. Like, you see him on the sideline. Yeah, he knew. That's terrible. Damn. Howie Long is dressed like a version of the Joker right now. Man. Good God. Yeah, multiple comments from lots of people. Yeah, crazy. No, he's not going to be. I would be shocked if he was a Jet, Matt West. That's one of the things that I heard. You'd have to give up draft capital. Kyle's not. He's still under contract with San Francisco, so you're going to have to give up draft capital. Kyle's not letting him go, especially since he's a guy who can run the offense. I believe he's a guy that Kyle wanted to draft when they drafted Trey Lance, when they moved up. He's his type of quarterback. Purdy's injury history, Mac Jones can come in and just operate that offense without skipping a beat. You'd have to give up a second rounder. Why would we do that? We're not going anywhere this year? That a move like that, I would seriously question Darren Muji's skill set that I've been lauding over. I can't see him doing that. Can't have surgery for 3 days. I have to blow my nose again. Bad. The great Mac Jones would be pleased to play in bland Brock Purdy's stead. Give me one moment. I gotta go blow my nose again. All right, I'm back. I'll tell you, I had that sickness during Christmas, that weird flu, and like that thing has just lingered, man. It is insane. It is insane. Weirdest thing ever. I don't know what the hell, but good God. More chairs, the MVP. Glenn is so tanking the next season. But that's the only thing is would he have assurance that his job would be safe? I think he's going to want to win games. So, because I can't imagine him having another 3-win or less season, even 4 wins, and being welcome back. That doesn't make sense to me. So tanking, no. But I mean, he just might not have the ability to do anything other than tank. Take Max so he can whoop his ass twice each season. Down with the sickness. Yeah, man, I can't. Oof. Sinex Vapor Cool by Vicks works wonders. I got to look into that. He's cursed Green Bay a lot, so unfortunately the curse wheel needed to balance it out. I've said this over and over again about that curse wheel. That needs to be looked into. Hi. I'm hungry. I want a snack. You want one of those bars? You can have it. Oh, sorry. You're welcome. Yeah, I've been warning about that curse wheel. You do not want to mess with those things. You don't want to mess with those things, and here we are. I've been saying that since we've been on the stream, and that for 2 years I think I've been saying it. Jets fans are just waiting to see who Muji brings in to play quarterback. Yeah, I don't think many of us even care, honestly. We don't want to look at somebody and be like, oh, this guy could actually maybe win games for us. But we also don't want to give up draft capital, People talked about Malik Willis. Why on God's green earth would Malik Willis come here unless they were going to offer him an insane contract, which, again, I don't see Darren Muji doing. And it wouldn't make sense given the draft capital that you have and knowing that there were quarterbacks coming out. And you're not in a position this year where you have to force a quarterback at 2. So Micah got hurt in Denver. Oh, Ashley is trying to put something together here, and I'm with her. Mitch Trubisky to the Jets. Maybe, I don't know, honestly. I mean, we were talking about Joe Flacco earlier. Marcus Mariota is a possibility, I think. It is San Francisco's ball. We are at a half face. Marcus Mariota is a possibility. I don't think any of these guys are going to be winning games for us, no matter who it is. So that defense needs some talent because they are devoid of talent. So I'm assuming with that number 2 pick, they're going to go defense. Maybe with the 16, they're going to go defense. And then just kind of go from there. See what happens at 33. If they were to, what's interesting about 16 is if Ty Simpson is there, would the Jets trade out of that spot? I don't know that he's going to. He might be there, but would the Jets trade out of that spot with somebody looking to move up? And then they could, maybe get a second rounder next year or something like that. That would be interesting. Yeah, Mariota could be had and not be too expensive. And then you have a veteran presence there next year. Like I like the Mariota option. I would be fine with that. Then you have a veteran presence there next year. You bring in a rookie. You don't have to start him right away. And Mariota's capable. So for 27, like 26, whatever. Lose every game. If we can't win the Super Bowl healthy, neither can you, Denver. Love Green Bay. You guys have a lot of draft picks now. Most of them, you get a decent QB. I think you could have a winning record next year. Not next year. Not next year. Definitely not next year. Not with Aaron Glenn there. I don't know that Aaron Glenn's the coach. And we need a lot of help on defense. Like a ton. Can't get to the quarterback. Can't take the ball away. It's bad. So what a pass by Brock Purdy to Jennings. And that's a first down. Wow. Juwan Jennings with a nice catch for Brock Purdy with an even better throw. Escaped pressure. Set his feet. Beautiful pass, man. Yeah, I don't see a winning record at all. I said the ceiling. Best case scenario is 5 wins. I don't even see that happening. I think they repeat what they did the year after Kotite. Kotite, they went 3-13. Following year, they went 1-15. I think there's a good possibility we could see that. Brock Purdy is just getting chased and running backwards. Another thing people said that I've been hearing is, Aaron Glenn has really, he was like a darling as a player. And now this whole thing that he's done with the media and his personality, he's kind of sullied that in a way. I mean, I know the media thinks that. It's not going to be sullied. Like his time as a player is never going to be sullied for me. But, just looking back at the season, it's like I don't know what he is as a head coach really, but there's nothing to show me that he's a good head coach. Like I haven't really seen anything. But, people say, what does Aaron Glenn do well? I could say, what does Nick Sirianni do well either? Like Nick Sirianni doesn't really do much well. There's another Achilles. Good God, man. Super Dave says, well, I'm out to avoid spoilers. Might be back later. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, Super Dave. Good luck like you need it because I think you guys are in full control of this game. Tonga's Achilles injury. Now, is he? I saw him hobbling. Is that actually an Achilles? Man, that's terrible. If Woody did not have 40 million sunk, Glenn would have been cut. Probably. If Woody had gone straight to the police, this would never have happened. And here comes Purdy on 4th and 2. Back to pass. Man, he gets eaten up by this defense. Man, they are just all over him. Good God. That Leonard Williams, he's another former Jet, by the way. Oh, yes, indeed. That's crazy. Oh, Leonard Williams. I remember when Joe Beningle was like, this Leonard Williams guy, I mean, what is he good for? Well, he's good for sacking Brock Purdy in big games. Looks pretty good now. 3rd quarter, FFS sprain. Be gone, Demon. Ashley, thank you for the tenor. But when you call sprain, he has a tendency. Oh, yeah, you see? There he is. He's just mocking you right now with his Morning Star. Look at him. I think it's got much blood on it tonight. It's got a lot of blood on it tonight, and I do not like what he is doing, but I can't control him, unfortunately. I wish I could. Oh, sprain. He told me to put his face on a shirt, but I don't think that would sell because Who the hell's going to want to walk around with a picture of sprain on their chest? We don't root for injuries here in the Demonverse. My liege is up to $49.95, sitting atop the throne. Ladies and gentlemen, bow to the queen of the stream. Thank you very much, Ashley. And she is over the 18 hundo mark right now. We're going to throw that up on screen. Rowdy says, hail, Ashley. Yes. You guys are awesome. Muji needs to pick the next head coach, assuming he gets this draft right, and he will. He will pick the new head coach. I think Woody's at a point where he knows the football guys need to do their thing. I don't think Woody is stupid. I'm not saying he's the best owner in the world, but again, we've talked about Chicago Bears ownership being bad. Nobody's talking about that anymore. I think Woody would say, okay, well, Glenn didn't work out. Let's keep Muji. I like the roster he's putting together, and let's let him pick a head coach and see where this goes. Now, they let Joe Douglas pick the head coach when he picked Saleh. I was kind of shocked that he went with a defensive guy. I had a lot of faith in Joe Douglas, but the things Muji has done in season shows me he's very aware of what the roster needs. He's very in tune with guys and their talent level, and he's a good evaluator. Hopefully that carries over in the draft. And yeah, I could sit here and talk about Darren Muji all day. Thank you very much, Nuka. You're dealing with some serious stuff and you're worried about the algorithm. Come on, man. You're too nice to me. You're too good to me, dude. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So that'll be interesting to see who Tennessee gets. I hear they're interested in Saleh. I think that would be tragic. And there goes Kenneth Walker. He's got a gain of 8. I take that back. Muji needs to tell Woody who he is interviewing for head coach first. What do you mean? Muji just tells him, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'd be fine with that. I don't think the only thing that would concern me a bit is, and I don't know that Woody would do this. He might, if he's just so fed up. You see, the only time Woody really stepped in is when he said, no, our roster is good right now. We should be good enough to win. And the quarterback situation was holding them back. And then that Aaron Rodgers situation presented itself. The thing that would concern me is him saying, well, Tomlin is out there. Now, Tomlin might want to sit for a couple of years. Him saying Tomlin is out there. Let's go get Tomlin. But then we kind of see like a Harbaugh in New York with the Giants situation where he doesn't really want to interact with the GM. I wouldn't be down with. I wouldn't want Tomlin to come in and make the roster decision. Sam Darnold gets hit hard, but he bounces right back up. I wouldn't want Tomlin to make the roster decisions. I would want to keep Muji there. So I almost feel like I would rather Muji pick his own guy and just keep it going that way than kind of throw a wrench, even though it is Tomlin. I feel like that could create more chaos. And we've never had a GM like this. From what I can tell, he's the real deal. So we just figure out the quarterback and the head coach, and we can be good for a really long time. Kenneth Walker gets a few yards. Oh, please move Baal. I am so sorry. It's Seahawks ball. There you go, Baal. I expect Woody to start reacting now that the Giants are going to get all the publicity after we go 0-3. But remember, we have the first overall pick and Arch is coming out. All of a sudden, the story is going to be like the Jets are going to have a Manning. So that's good publicity. And if he's talking to Muji and Muji's like, listen, we need to bring in somebody who could really help him grow. And it's got to be an offensive guy. And I have my eyes on this guy. You know, Woody might listen to that. Might say, okay, let's make sure we get the right guy here to help elevate him. Momentum Technology says, so we are then left with Mike McDaniel as the head coach since Tomlin's on a sabbatical. Field goal is up and it's good. We've got a 27-6 game. Now they're playing Mad Season going out to commercial. It's a great song. I don't know anything. Oh man, that's a great song. They are really hitting the Seattle bands, taking us out to commercial. This is genius. Celtic Scarecrow's calling for the belt. I had to rip off a shot of moonshine for Bo Nix. His sacrifice will be remembered in Jets legend. Yeah. And he has become Sir Bo of Nix, by the way. Red X. As evidenced by what you see on screen right now, if you're looking. Sir Bo of Nix, we salute you, my friend. And the queen of the stream, Ashley, thanks you for your service. Go heal up, young man. You've done well. Okay, here we go. 27-6. Man, I had San Francisco scoring 21 points. The hell do I know? But I did have Seattle scoring 31. So that's legit. Just watched Unrivaled Women's Basketball League yesterday. It's a threat to the WNBA and actually unique. You might like it. It actually goes fast. Let's see what that looks like. Unrivaled Women's Basketball. Unrivaled Basketball. Let's see. Are there any videos? I see people like walking into the game. So are the rules different? Does look interesting. Does look interesting. It does look pretty cool. Oh my God. Yeah, check that out. Player owned and better pay. Wow, pretty cool. And they came back from commercial to Dissident by Pearl Jam. I might have to watch more Seattle games if this is the way they handle this. U-Haul TV says hi. Well, hello to you, U-Haul TV. Who are you supporting in this game, and who do you support in the NFL? Let us know. Didn't Patrick Mahomes play a Super Bowl with a broken ankle? That's what they said. I don't know. He was hobbling around a little bit, but, I mean, he was still able to run. Purdy steps up, gets the ball to Juszczyk, and that's a first down. Uncle Jets fan says, Bo Nick sacrificed his ankle to prevent a Bills Super Bowl. You've done well, faithful young servant. Rest now. I like it. I like it. Patriots win tomorrow, then another Super Bowl, says Charlie Walker. He's confident. You don't have my prediction up yet. You will see, but if you saw the last episode of NFL High, that'll probably tip my hand a little bit. And Purdy throws a terrible pick. Oh, boy. This is just, I don't know what to say. Spring, get off the screen. I didn't even know you were lurking there, man. Just like hanging out behind me like a freak. Go away. Ball, you can take the night off because this game's out of hand now. It is time to have some fun. We are going to see something here. Because when the game is like this, well, then we have to do something to make it fun. And since the Niners seem, hell-bent on not bringing the great Mac Jones in, I have to take matters into my own hands. And that means Waggles has come out to play. So Waggles has infected the Niners, apparently, because there's no other explanation for what is happening right now. Waggles has affected the Niners. Oh, boy. With the unserious disease. And, it's just the way it goes. It is just the way it goes. Bring out the Hawks belt, says Matt West, and we will do that. The belt keeper has called for the belt to the pleasure of the Queen and the rest of the villagers in the chat. I'm looking for the belt. I'm trying to buy time as I search for it. I always forget where I keep the belts. Hold on. I think I got it. No, wait a minute. I got it. Yeah, there it is. The Seattle belt is really cool, by the way. There is the Seattle belt. It is ghastly. Because they want to make it spooky so they could get Sam Darnold not afraid of ghosts. And if they have to play the Patriots in the Super Bowl, remember, that is the team that made him see ghosts. And they will not forget that, I promise you. Typical Robert Saleh defense doesn't show up in an important game. Yeah, I mean, right? Where are all the Robert Saleh? Wow, look what he's done. But you know what the narrative is going to be? Oh, he doesn't have players. Oh, why is that a good? I mean, seriously, come on. We can use that excuse for him, but not anybody else. Jackson Smith and Jigba with a nice play. SG says Waggles. Yes, Waggles is a good one. There he is. That touch. You do not want your team's logo being touched by Waggles, though, because that means it's done. How did the Eagles lose to this team? Well, Nick Sirianni's not a good. He just got outcoached. Kenneth Walker. It's a gain of 2. San Francisco spent the whole draft on Salah's defense. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Wasn't the Jets. No. Come on. I'm confident, but I'm not looking past the Texans. Defense is elite, offense is meh. I think that's going to be the difference maker, honestly. They're both well coached. To me, New England's defense, they don't have a lot of big names on that defense, but that defense swarms. And I think they're going to confuse CJ Stroud. They don't have Nico Collins. So I think New England's going to take that game, honestly. Wide open is Kenneth Walker. I think Drake May is going to make the plays he needs to make. It might be a close game for a while. He doesn't seem to get rattled. Guys protect him pretty well. So, I give the nudge to New England in that game. No Fred Warner, that changes the team. Yeah, it does. But you can have, him as your defensive coordinator if you have Fred Warner on your side. Yorick would be out there calling plays and maybe winning. Not counting out Vrabel. No, the Patriots are a good team. All kidding aside, the Patriots are a good team. They're a well-oiled machine. They have a quarterback who makes plays. What he does sometimes frustrates me because I'm like, man, he navigates the pocket well. Man, he seems to find the open receiver. It's like he's a guy that you see elevate an offense. And too bad Bubba's not here for this because he would be loving this. But he's a guy that elevates an offense. And I'm telling you, as a Jets fan, I hate it. I hate seeing it. But it is what it is. That's why I think New England's going to win tomorrow. And I think New England's a threat to win the Super Bowl. Because you against this Seattle team, if Seattle gets there, I think, honestly, to me, the Bears are, I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But to me, the Bears are another team that's dangerous because all of a sudden, you have Ben Johnson that can just release Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams makes these plays when he needs them to. Is it possible New England found Brady 2.0? Maybe. It's a little early to say that, but he does things that are, I've seen him do things that are Brady-esque, and him coming in his second season. It is very reminiscent of what Brady did. Drake May is a Pokemon. Brian Dusenberry is here. Horror King. Sean Cantrell's here. We have so many injuries. Does anybody else at this time of year? As does anybody else at this time of year, yeah. Sean Cantrell, I hope your evening went well with your friend that you went to have dinner with, I believe, right? Sean Cantrell's title will be on screen in a moment. And there it is. All right. Yeah, Drake and Vrabel could be dangerous. I don't think the Bears can wait for the fourth quarter to put up points on one of these defenses. Yeah, but I think some of these offenses do have, I don't know, man. Seattle's so strong as Kenneth Walker gets in the end zone. I really don't know what. All these teams have such unique strengths. Look at Robert Saleh's got that stare on his face. All these teams in the NFC have these unique strengths. For me, I would rank it right now: Seattle, Chicago, and Los Angeles. I think Chicago could beat Los Angeles. Los Angeles doesn't look as dominating to me as they once did. But then they have these little streaks where they're just, like I said before, like the Patriots, they're a well-oiled machine, but it's so hard. Because at one moment I'm like, no, you know what, Seattle, but then I think, and then it's hard. But I think in the AFC, I think the Patriots are the best team. God, I hate it. Oh, I got to update the score, 34-6. But we'll see. The Sal staring at the turf yet. Well, he's going to be on his head coaching interview tour, so hopefully he gets a head coaching job somewhere, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yes, I did know Tommy DeVito was on the Patriots. Do I see any more losing playoff coaches getting fired? The only one, I thought Sirianni might. Looks like that's not going to happen. If Tomlin was available, if Harbaugh hadn't gotten hired yet, and maybe if Stefanski was still there, I would say Sean McDermott might be on his way out, but I don't know that. I don't know if that's going to happen. Big Wink says, embrace the hate. Look at this. I'm sitting here. I'm talking about how good the Patriots are, and is telling me I'm being hateful. Momentum Technology says the Titans thought Mike Vrabel, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, etc. was not good enough. Just let that sit. Yeah, their problem was they didn't have a quarterback. Mike Vrabel has a quarterback now. I'm telling you, that is such a big difference. And I mean, like, that's not a hot take or anything, but it's one of the things when we talk about Tomlin, I'm like, but Tomlin, man, he still managed to win games with like nothing at quarterback for a while. I don't know, man. That's impressive to me. I mean, you could say Harbaugh had Lamar, and it's like, okay, yeah. I mean, we'll see what the next head coach does with Lamar. Should win, or at least have a winning record, fight for the division. Third quarter, 2:23 left, 34-6. Navy EMT with a tour says, Chicago needs to lose. Pope prophecy versus Pope ends bad. I kind of want to see Chicago win. I think I picked them to win. No, you know what? I didn't do that score prediction yet. I'm still thinking about that one. I know Mr. Demers picked them to win. But I have to really sit back and look at the score and think about this before I put together a score prediction. Niners being a glorified practice squad, getting exposed. Tomlin, the next Bills head coach, that could be a possibility, but the only thing is, if he's going to coach again, and the Bills, I'm assuming, are going to be in the playoffs again next year. So if he's going to coach again, you're going to have firings at the end of the season. And if he really wants to jump in, he's going to have to make that known around the end of the season, and he's going to start getting offers. But then does he sit there and, like, people typically don't do that. Like, oh, but I really want to coach that team, but then they don't know if they're going to fire the coach or what. He'd have to be presumptuous and say, well, I think they're going to fire this guy, and then maybe they'll offer me the job. So I would say it's a long shot unless they fire McDermott and then all of a sudden they just reach out to him. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't indicated that he wants to coach, and they reach out to him as a feeler after that happens and say, hey, What would you think about coming in? We'll talk about a big contract or whatever, but we'll do whatever it takes to get you here, and then maybe he considers it, and Third and 3, Brock Purdy. Wow, he got the ball to Jennings, and then the ball got knocked out of his hands. The Niners team does not look good at all. The Bills don't fire McDermott. They deserve misery. I think they're wasting Josh Allen with McDermott, honestly. I gave a like but forgot to leave a comment for the algorithm, says Eric. Oh, thank you, Eric. You are very, very kind. I appreciate it, man. Buffalo needs to fire GM Brandon Beane. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I do think McDermott is a hindrance to Josh Allen, though. I don't know that McDermott would have the record he has without Josh Allen. Time to head out. Church tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Thank you very much, Melissa Klein. Your number 2 contender, ladies and gentlemen. Melissa Klein. Hope to see you tomorrow. It's exactly why agents write articles and publicize for the head coach clients. My guy is available and taking interviews now. Yeah. Yeah. If he makes himself available, he's going to get, teams are going to reach out to him right away. And if Buffalo's in the playoffs, they're not going to reach out to him. That was one of the things with Brian Daboll that I got aggravated with because I wanted Daboll. Brock Purdy, did he step out of bounds? He gets the ball off, and that ball's almost picked off. This is turning into a circus right now. Waggles is having a field day. Buffalo was still in the playoffs, and the Jets were interviewing Robert Saleh. And it's like, we're not going to wait for Buffalo to lose, or maybe they make it to the Super Bowl and just let other head coaching candidates, go to other teams because we want this guy who we don't even know, is he going to want to be a head coach? If they win a Super Bowl, is he going to want to run it back? It's tough. The timing has to work. Tomlin would have to be traded. Unless Pittsburgh, wanted to just forego that and say, we're just gonna, for your years of service here, we're just gonna let you go. But I mean, to another AFC team, that's unlikely. And apparently, according to Rooney, Tomlin said he didn't have any intention of coaching. Art Rooney made it sound like that's for the foreseeable future. But, Tomlin could take this year off, let the season play out, and then decide he's ready to come back. I mean, I remember he said, people are talking about, well, he could be like Cowher and sit in a booth somewhere, or not sit in a booth, but you know what I mean, like do the TV thing. But at one time he said that's like hell, something along those lines. So, I don't see Tomlin doing that for a very long time. He might do it to collect a paycheck. They'll give him a lot of money to do it for a little while, but I don't see Tomlin doing that for years on end. I think, what is he, 54? Remember, he took over when he was 34 years old. So he's not one of these, 53. So he's not one of these head coaches. I think people think he's in his 60s because he's been around for such a long time. He's only 53. That is young. You can go to another team and be there for another 20 years. Or close to 20 years. So that's another appealing thing about Tomlin. is, Harbaugh's got a 5-year deal. At the end of that deal, he's going to be like 68, I think. That's probably when you start dipping out a little bit. Tomlin, 10 years, he's only 63. He's younger than Harbaugh is now. So that's another, for a head coach, that isn't old. Well, maybe Matt West wants to decompress a year before taking the Jets' position of Coach Arch. Kenneth Walker is having himself a day. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter. I mean, throw the damn towel. This is crazy. If McDermott is fired, Buffalo becomes the most intriguing head coaching spot because of Josh Allen. But again, would Buffalo want to give up a first rounder? You see, the Jets have 3 firsts. So they have draft capital. They could say, oh, yeah, we'll toss you a first rounder. And if they have the first overall pick still, they'd be like, we're going to get our quarterback. We'll give you the latest first rounder we have, and we're set. We're good. Buffalo is likely going to be in the playoffs again. They win a division. Let's say they even get the bye week. That's a long time to wait to see if they're going to even consider firing McDermott if you're Tomlin and you want to get back into coaching right away. And you have these other teams making offers to you. I'll give you a 5-year deal worth $100 million. And you're not going to be like, I kind of want to see what Buffalo's going to do. I don't know that he would do that. Yeah, Marv Levy was 73. Would Pete Carroll's in his 70s. Belichick wanted to still coach. He would have been coaching Atlanta. He's in his late 60s, right? So yeah, Tomlin only 53. He could be with the team for 20 years. And what's interesting is, like I said at the beginning of the other stream, people put Bill Cowher on this pedestal, but he won a Super Bowl with Pittsburgh. I mean, people point fingers at Green Bay like, oh, they only won 1 Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, 1 Super Bowl with Brett Favre. Cowher only won 1 Super Bowl. Tomlin only won 1 Super Bowl. But yet Cowher is like here, and we're like, Tomlin. It doesn't make sense to me. Time for Seattle to put backups in, don't risk any more injuries. I think it's tough for them to do that at this point because it would be looked at as a disrespectful thing, and 34-6 isn't like some unbearable feat to come back from. Yeah, if the Bills fire him, they're going to hire somebody that nobody's talking about. No, I didn't get a super chat from you, Sean Cantrell. Not from last stream. Hawks had to report it to avoid fines. That's all it was. Never any question. If they score another touchdown, then I think you could. You could legitimately say, all right, yeah, we'll start resting some guys. You put up 40 points, 40-6, in the fourth quarter, yeah. No, Kenneth Walker is carrying everybody on the field except the refs. Inside the 10, first and goal from about the 9. Buffalo dominated the game in every aspect and still lost. Not the turnovers, though. I mean, turning the ball over 5 times is tough to win that game. They turned the ball over to Denver over and over and over and still had a chance to win in overtime. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Ashley with a tenner says, fourth quarter, please continue your discussion of coaches. I, for one, am enjoying it. Stress-free football is amazing. My liege, thank you so much. Ashley, your number one contender. Yeah, we're going to keep talking about coaches. Gonna keep talking about coaches for sure. I don't know what Tennessee's going to do though. Brian Dable's available. Mike McDaniel's available. The big hitters, the heavy hitters are gone now though. Stefanski, Harbaugh. I don't know about Chris Shula. You know, see what happens. Teams are interviewing these guys, but you know, we'll see what happens. There was Ashley, your number one contender, and the queen of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Another run by Kenneth Walker gets down to the 5. Kenneth Walker is a grown man, in case you guys didn't know. But yeah, I think Tomlin will certainly look to coach again next year. I don't think he's going to sit around. I don't think he's going to pull a Bill Cowher. I don't even know how old Bill Cowher was when he left. There was talk of Bill Cowher coaching the Jets, if you guys remember. At one point. Let's hear it for Ashley, by the way, though. The queen of the stream. Let's give her my liege, my queen, whatever you guys want to give her in the chat. There just aren't that many good or great coaches out there available. Yeah, well, right now it's a bunch of coordinators. And we don't know what they're going to be. We don't know what Chris Shula is going to be. You know, his last name's Shula. And Kenny Three Sticks gets in the end zone again. 40 burger, officially. Wow. Todd Bowles. Yeah, Todd Bowles is another guy who could be gone next year. Kenneth Walker, untouched in the end zone. Yeah, at this point now, I think you're in safe territory to start resting your starters. 41-6. Good God. Good God. This is just a beatdown. This is just a beatdown. But yeah, you have a bunch of coordinators out there. You still have Mike McDaniel, but you know, last time the Dolphins had a failed head coach, the Jets hired him, and we know where that went. I think Mike McDaniel is a good coordinator. I don't know that I love him as a head coach. I think he's a good coordinator. I think Brian Dable could still be a good head coach. But, you know, like, is Chris Shula going to be any good? We don't know. It's going to be interesting. You know, going after these coordinators, it's a crapshoot sometimes. You don't know what you're getting. Let me see something. Head coaching vacancy. Let's see what people are saying. 17 hours ago. It goes 7 hours ago. Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, so they just signed Stefanski. Arizona Cardinals. They've requested Kubiak. Patriots passing game coordinator Thomas Brown. Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy. Yeah, like you really want to go Matt Nagy. Raheem Morris is another one. Robert Saleh. Vance Joseph. Jeff Hafley. Jeff Hafley is a very interesting name. Oh, they requested Mike LaFleur. I would hire Mike LaFleur in a second. That's a name that I'm just like, oh, man. Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter. Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Brian Flores is another name. Chris Shula. Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's still out there too. That's interesting. I wonder if anybody's going to roll the dice on McCarthy. So the Ravens, Clint Kubiak, Anthony Weaver. That's Dolphins defensive coordinator. Vance Joseph, Davis Webb. How would you feel about a little Davis Webb, SG, as your head coach? Brian Flores. I know you said Brian Flores you liked. That would make sense. I could see him as the Ravens head coach. I think he would be successful there. And the Cliff Kingsbury's a name gets thrown around a lot. I like him as an offensive coordinator. I don't like him as a head coach. Joe Brady, again, don't know what he would be as a head coach. I already know what Robert Saleh is as a head coach. Mike McDaniel. Jim Schwartz would be great, but I don't think he's I think if anything, Cleveland's going to hire him as head coach. They're just going to promote him. Jim Schwartz would be a good option, though, I think. It says Cleveland Browns interviewed Todd Monken, but I think he's going to go with Harbaugh. Bengals offensive coordinator Dan Pitcher. Yeah, Jim Schwartz. So, yeah, it's very interesting. Hafley's interviewed for 6 of the 9 openings. I could see, I think he's going to get hired by somebody. And I kind of hope it's not the Dolphins, because I think Hafley is a guy that could be a good head coach. Kind of intrigues me a little bit. So I don't want him in my division. Just in case. Dude is going off to do something else. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it, man. Dude, your number 5 contender, the creator of the Pro Football Demon Discord. What a good man. Have there been many successful college head coaches to come in and be successful in the NFL? Not really, no. And they asked Indiana's head coach, do you want to go to the NFL at some point? And he's like, no, I'm a college guy. Spoilers weren't heard anymore. I've come back. Oh my God, the Niners just scored. No, I'm just kidding. I'm rooting for Saleh to go to the Fins. As am I. As am I. And you know what's going to happen, which is going to be hilarious, Matt West? He'll go to the Fins. They'll beat us twice next year, and everybody will be like, oh, look at Robert Saleh beating the Jets of revenge. And then all of a sudden, our quarterback waltzes in there, and our new head coach waltzes in there, and we just curb stomp him until he gets fired. The belt was called for, yes. Waggles came out. A lot has happened. Purdy's going to run. Went head first. Saleh's domed look will look great tanned up in the Miami sun. Yeah, Pete Carroll was probably one of the more successful college to go to the NFL. But he was an NFL head coach before he went to college. Went to college and then came back. So I think she means like just you were born in the college ranks and then you came over and just you went right from a college head coach to an NFL head coach. I know Gruden wants to coach, but I actually think Gruden's, because of the stuff with the NFL, I think Gruden's going to end up coaching in college. Pete Carroll was head coach of the New York Jets at one point, then went on to coach the New England Patriots, and then went to USC, then Seattle, then the Raiders. And Brock Purdy back to pass, rolls out to his left. He's going to run again. Purdy just looks lost, man. Doesn't know what the hell's going on. Butch Davis was okay. Gruden to the Jets. I don't think that's happening. And look, I don't want John Gruden coming in and messing with the roster. And, he's the guy that drafted Alex Leatherwood in the first round. No, just stay away from me. Stay away from me. Don't. Just stay over there, John. You're good. It's a good distance between us. Oh, Purdy loses the football. This game is just as unserious as ever. Man, we might see a Mac Jones sighting. You never know. I would not be okay with Gruden coming to the Jets. There's a chance Halfley could end up back in Green Bay, by the way. The 49ers move on from Shanahan. I'd give him a blank check ASAP. Yeah, I don't think they're going to move on from Shanahan either. You never. I mean, you never know, but I can't see that. But yeah, I would bring in Shanahan in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, especially if let's just say, for argument's sake, after this game, they decide they're going to fire Shanahan. Well, if the Jets in that scenario said, okay, we're going to do whatever we can to get him here, I'm not sure Shanahan would come. Number one, because Salah's his buddy. He brought Salah back there. Salah would be like, no, you don't want to go there. I don't know that he would come to the Jets and try to upstage his friend. But out of, just for the sake of argument, if we're drafting this year and somehow Kyle Shanahan's our head coach, and then you're telling me, well, you're at 16 and Ty Simpson's there, now I'm way more intrigued. I'm like, I think we could work with that. Because Shanahan's not going to get us the first pick, likely. So if you're telling me Shanahan with Ty Simpson, that would perk up my interest, or not even 16, you're like, we're going to see if we could trade up from 33 and get Ty Simpson. We package 33 and 44 and get Ty Simpson after we took two firsts already. I would be interested. Yeah, he'd be coaching a new team in a week. Yeah, I mean, I think the way Harbaugh, they were like, oh, well, there are only like 6 openings, but 12 teams reached out to him. I mean, I think you would see, 20 teams reaching out to Shanahan. Yeah, top dollar. I think John Lynch is too smart to do that. I don't see him doing that. Coach Prime wants to be a head coach of the Cowboys. Does he want to be a head coach? Has he actually said that, or is that just speculation? That's between him and Jerry. Jerry's going to roll it back with Schottenheimer this year. Schottenheimer, I mean, he should. That offense came alive with Schottenheimer, so their defense was the issue. I'm not against Ty Simpson. I don't think Ty Simpson's a bad quarterback. I don't want to draft him because I don't think we're the right situation for him. If you told me the Rams drafted Ty Simpson, which they might, I would say that's a good situation. You would have my interest with Ty Simpson. But our situation with Aaron Glenn right now, the way we're just kind of in limbo, and the fact that we have 3 first-rounders next year and could possibly be a candidate to get the first overall pick in a quarterback-heavy draft, that's what makes me shy away from Ty Simpson. If we had Mike LaFleur, we're like, all right, we hired Mike LaFleur, we're going into this draft, I would be more open to drafting Ty Simpson there, because I think he could be a good quarterback. He's not like small, he's not like a giant either, but he's not small. But I just don't think, with the situation we're in, you just look at the Jets, the way it is, what we have in terms of assets. Ty Simpson's not the guy. I don't want to go that route. Doesn't make sense to me. Salah celebrating getting to Drew Lock in garbage time. Yeah. It did. It escalated quite quickly. My Lord. Just need Muji not to become enamored with the quarterback from combine results. Well, here's the thing that's interesting with Muji, right? We traded Quinnen Williams. They got a first and a second from Dallas. Muji could have easily said, give us your first this year, and we'll take the second next year. But he pushed the second back to 27, which tells me he sees what's coming in that draft and knows what our current needs are. So I don't think Muji is going to pull the trigger on a quarterback simply because it's a need. I think he knows he can get away with bringing in a veteran that'll get us by, and then focus on it next draft where we have to draft capital, and we're in a position of power where we have 3 firsts. Maybe we have the first overall pick. If not, maybe we can maneuver. If we can't get the first guy, there's still other quarterbacks. It's not like this one where it's Mendoza or bust. What scared me about having the number 2 overall pick and Dante Moore coming out was then you're almost in a position where it's like we might have to take Dante Moore. Because that's a tough situation to be in. Because the quarterback is such a big need. You don't know what your situation is going to be next year. So being in a spot where you could draft the guy who everybody's saying is the number 2 quarterback, I'm not saying he would have done that, but it would have been harder for him to pass on that. So I feel like he might have been backed into a corner in that situation. But now he's not. He doesn't have to draft Ty Simpson. Nobody's gonna wag a finger at him if they pass on Ty Simpson at 16 or even 33. No one's gonna say, "Oh man, Muji, he has to do it." No, we don't have to. But Dante Moore, it was almost like, man, we might have to do that, and I didn't want that unless Muji was absolutely in love with him. And I think Dante Moore could be a good quarterback. But he's young. He's going to need time. He doesn't have to start. It's just like Ty Simpson. But that's why Ty Simpson's not being considered the second overall pick, So, I don't think we're not going to be in a position where we have to take, Trinidad Chambliss with 44. If they want to do that, okay, I guess. But that doesn't take us out of the running for a quarterback next year, number 1. But no one's going to say, well, that was stupid of the Jets to pass up on Chambliss there. Like, they'll say, okay, they passed up on him. And the narrative will have, well, look at this class coming out next year. They have 3 first rounders. Who knows where they're going to pick? They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Mac Jones is ready to pull Russell Wilson and had his helmet on ready to play. Well, he probably feels like he could bring this team back right now. Oh, he's in. Yes, the great Mac Jones is in. Look at this, moving the football like a beast. He's 0 of 1 for 0 yards right now, but that's a completion. Daniel comes in and says, well, San Fran had a good run. Yeah. Yep. Hey, it's the great Mac Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, if they score a touchdown, then you file Kyle Shanahan because you're like, why wasn't this guy in the whole time? He's just making this Seahawks defense look ridiculous right now, honestly. Give me Salah moping for this victory. I just get rid of all the Salah takes. Oh, great head coach. He's going to be a great head coach somewhere. Look what he's doing with the Niners. Oh, it was the Jets. Yeah, it was the Jets. Robert Saleh went there, didn't do anything with a stacked roster, and it was the Jets. Oh, and Zach Wilson was the Jets too. All these people that are horrible, it was the Jets. Oh, that was a bad route by Juwan Jennings. Sam is elite. Yeah, Sam is. He has his moments. He has his moments where the bottom falls out, but when he's on, man. Yeah, momentum technologies. That's the way I feel. I heard I was so scared that he was going to come out, and I was like, man, this is rough. Because I wouldn't have been angry that they picked him. Like, I wanted to say, you can't take him, but I would have been bummed. Like, Because what could you do at that point? You kind of have to take him. You know? Salah's a great coach. He's coaching where football is going. But yeah, it made it easy for the Jets. It was the best possible situation for the Jets. Now, and again, with that second pick, Arvell Reese or David Bailey. I think David Bailey, man, I don't know. People are saying, oh, he's a little small. And I'm like, okay, these are the same people that said Joe Burrow had small hands. I think David Bailey is going to be a force getting to the passer for years to come. Sign me up for that. Caleb Downs is so intriguing because he's so good. Don't know if I would want to do it on a safety, but if you're going to do it on a safety, this is the team to do it with because they have so many holes to fill. They couldn't take the ball away, and you have another first rounder. And then more draft capital next year. So you can, and you have 2 second rounders. So you can create the narrative of like, well, this is a defense. This is a deep defensive end draft. We can get who arguably we think is the best player in the draft right now. Why not do that? And you know what? I could see that. Carbohydrate says, I was hoping the Niners would be more competitive. I think that Kittle injury really killed morale. I just think they got outclassed, honestly. I don't know if it was a morale thing. I just think Seattle is the better team. I mean, they do have a lot of injuries, but they have no answer for Kenneth Walker right now. Absolutely no answer. This was like Jonathan Taylor running over the New York Jets in that Thursday night game they played against Indianapolis, and we're like, well, Robert Saleh is the defensive genius. What's happening? And Jonathan Taylor had his way with them. Marco's going to put on some Better Call Saul. Very nice. Reese is the name I'm seeing the most, but it's all what the team thinks. Yeah, I see Arvell Reese. I saw him when early mocks that had Tennessee getting the first pick. They had them taking Arvell Reese. Reese, I mean, I would be happy with Reese. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna get a good player there. I think it's either gonna be Reese, David Bailey, or Caleb Downs. I would be happy with them. There is an outside possibility they go Carnell Tate. I don't see that happening. I think that if Mekhi Lemon is there at 16, I think they would have to consider that. But I would go Arvell Reese. I've said this. I would go Arvell Reese, Mekhi Lemon, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles with 2 and 16. And you might think that's crazy. Oh, 2 linebackers, but get 2 Ohio State linebackers. Thank you. Please. We have a defense that could use all the help it can get. I will take that all day. It's hard to disagree given the score, but man, what ifs with Tramp, Bosa, Ayuk, it just sucks. Give it to the Hawks, though, man. Darnold's playing injured, is still cruising. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It happens, man. Daniel, we address Ashley as my liege. Because she is the lordess of the stream, the queen of the stream tonight. Houston News called Drake May a superstar quarterback, so there you go, Patriots fans. They're trying to butter him up. Tom Brady, good God. Thank God Tom Brady's not announcing a Patriot game. I don't know that I could take that. Yeah, Daniel. Ashley is a Bengals fan. I'm answering for her. Sometimes I just answer for you guys. Oh boy. Walker picked it up the last few weeks of the season. People forgot how good he is. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast. My bad, my liege. Yes. Thank you, Daniel. The stream queen. Not to be confused with the Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. Brady would start with the back in my day, yeah. Yeah, oh wow, Seahawks is right. Man. There's Leonard Williams, former Jet. Him and Sam Darnold looking at each other like, remember when we played on that other team that was green? And then Salah's trying to get in the conversation, and I'm like, get away from me. Is Kyle Shanahan Walter White if Robert Saleh is Saul? Well, that's deep. I'd have to really think about that. Do I have any favorite bands? Yeah, I have a lot of favorite bands, actually. Oh, I mean, you see this, right? Right behind my head. Got a little Ride the Lightning. Don't let Lars Ulrich see that because he would probably come after me. Oh my God. This sickness that I had is the worst. Slipknot, Deftones, probably two of my favorites. We see them a lot. I was big into Nirvana. Like I was big into the whole grunge scene when it first happened. That's why I'm naming all the grunge songs when they cut us, when they play us out the commercial. That's a handshake. Look at that. Kyle Shanahan, handshake and a hug. Good job. Good job. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Seattle Seahawks are your victors. I see the Ride the Lightning poster in the back. Yeah, it's one of my favorite albums. The song Ride the Lightning, man, that intro is one of my favorites. Every time I see just like the sky black and then there's a lightning bolt, that riff comes into my head. I absolutely love that riff. Remember when Gase was my quarterback coach? Yeah. Pearl Jam, I love Pearl Jam. They played Dissident. They went out to Dissident. They went out to, remember Mother Love Bone? Clo Dancer by Mother Love Bone. That's who they filmed Temple of the Dog because the singer Mother Love Bone died. Tragic. Master of Puppets is my favorite Metallica album. Master of Puppets is awesome. I mean, you know, it's like, what's your favorite type of pizza? You know what I mean? Like, they're all good. I think, anyway. I love pizza. Well, we're going to be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock, regardless of what my cousin Kathy was trying to say before. She was trying to question me on the time of the games, and that will never happen again. I assure you of that. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I will be here a little bit earlier, like 20 minutes before game time. Going to be doing both games. Going to be doing a Monday night game. Check in with us. Congratulations and thank you to the queen of the stream. Let's hear it, folks. My liege, my lordess, thank you so much. Back to back is what she did today. So that is insane. Congratulations to Super Dave and all the Seahawks fans out there. And my condolences to 49ers fans. My condolences to Denver fans for the Bo Nix injury. That's tragic. That's terrible. What could have been, right? But at least we got stupid Josh Allen out of the playoffs. See, we got one down, one to go, but I think the Patriots are going to win tomorrow. I really do. I think the Patriots are going to win, and the other game, I don't know. Matt West, hell of a job calling for the belts again. Thank you, Sean Cantrell, Demonverse champion. Father Dismas says, my liege, yes, terrible game. On to tomorrow, says SG. And you sat here through it with us. I appreciate you, SG. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. It's not going to be any content tomorrow because we're going to be doing streams. But content's coming out this week. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Really appreciate all the support, guys. You are the best. For Bo Nix, I'm going to say. For Bo Nix. Because we didn't get to do this last stream. For Bo Nix. For Sam Darnold. Why not? For whoever the new Jets head coach is going to be after we inevitably fire Aaron Glenn, I assume. I am Rich Jodice. Oh, and Cage says bear down twice. I am Rich Jodice, the Pro Football Demon, and I will see you guys